Aloha folks, welcome to the Klipper Golf Course. Today is a special day. I'm here with my good friend and Hawaii Golf Hall of Famer, that's right, Hawaii Golf Hall of Famer, Brandan Kop. Brandan is a special guy. He does so many things for golf in the state of Hawaii, and he's been doing it for a long time. Brandan, I can remember when I was an aspiring golfer, I remember the name, Brandan Kop. Brandan Kop this, Brandan Kop that. And then I finally got to meet him. I was expecting to meet this larger than life kind of guy, and I met Brandan, the most humble, down to earth person, and just a true blue gentleman, a local boy. Brandan, you know what? Thanks for coming on our program.
I'll get you the money afterwards.
No, but you know what? We want to hear the story, and I think there's a lot of people that are going to enjoy this. So we're going to make sure we share this with a lot of the young up-and-coming golfers. But tell us about, how did golf start for you?
Well, I'll tell my age, but 52 years ago, I was 10 years old, and my grandfather, I knew he was a golfing professional, but I didn't know how good he was or anything. Right. One day he came over and said, "Brandan, you want to play golf?" And I didn't know what golf was really. I said, "Oh, okay, I go with my grandfather." So he picked me up 7 o'clock in the morning, Kamiki, and we drive all the way to Pro Country Club. It was called Francis Brown.
Francis Brown, down there. Oh my God.
And he was the head pro there. So, you know, those days take 40 minutes to get there from Kamiki, you know, the free, everything. And then I would go there and I watch him give lessons. He give me lessons and he has a break. I watch him give lessons, I chip and putt. And at 3 o'clock, we always play 9 holes. Yeah. And that's how it started. And then I learned to like the game, yeah. Wow. So every Saturday, Sunday go, and then on summertime it was 3 times a week. Spend the whole day, and I'd come back at night. Yeah.
So Grandpa would come and pick you up?
Pick you up, yeah. And the funny story is, when I was 13 years old, but my mother didn't know about this until lately, but he picked me up one day and goes, "Brandan, come drive me." You know I could drive because you drive the golf carts.
Yeah.
So I didn't think nothing. 13, I was driving with 13 before without my license. so
awesome.
And then when I came 15, back then you get your license at 15.
Right.
In 1 week I got my license, but I was already driving without my license. I didn't think anything about it. Now when I think about it, that wasn't too good.
No, but that's what grandpas do back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Grandpas are all about that.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we love them so much. It's all love and good fun, right?
Right. And also I was afraid that he'd fall asleep too, so that's why I drive.
Right. So at that time, how old was he?
He was that time, he was already in his 60s, late 60s, late 60s.
So he was getting close to retirement age already.
Your retirement age, correct. Okay. So, in fact, in 2 years after Francis Brown, which is a pro country club now, he retired. And he went to Mililani as a teaching pro.
Got it.
And from there, I went with him to Mililani.
Got it. That's the tie-in to Mililani.
Yeah.
But by that time, you had your license, so you could drive yourself out.
No, that's where I still was driving.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so even better, because a longer track.
Longer track, yeah.
Nice.
So until I was about 14 years old that time, he was in Mililani.
Got it.
So there, and then a year later, I got my license. But I always go with him.
Okay, but let's talk about your grandpa for a little while, because he's a legend. Right. And he taught a lot of people, and he was legendary for teaching the short game, right?
Right, learn short game, and listen. In fact, my years, every time I meet somebody, my father took lessons from grandpa. Oh, I took lessons from grandpa. Depends how old they were, but it seemed like everybody took lessons from him. And I remember going there, and when I was 10 to when I was 21, he charged the same amount, $6 a lesson.
What?
Yeah, he never raised the price because he did it because he enjoyed it.
Oh,
yeah. It was funny, and he played the PGA Tour. A lot of people didn't know, but he played the West Coast swing of the PGA.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the thing about it, he told me just by passing, he wouldn't talk about himself to myself. Oh, I know Bing Crosby. I know him pretty good, and so I thought nothing about it. But one day, Barrett Melvin, the head pro at Kalakaua, I met him there, and said, "Hey, did Guinea tell you this story?" My grandfather's name was Guinea Ka. "Did Guinea tell you the story about Bing Crosby?" "No." Well, it was the Pebble Beach, the pro-am tournament there, and he said, "Oh, we went to the airport, landed off the plane. This guy with a chauffeur is waiting. Bing Crosby came, 'Hey, Guinea, you have a car?' 'No, I don't have a car. Here, take my car.' He gave my grandfather his car to use.
Bing Crosby did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Barrett Melvin, who was a pro at Kalakaua, television. Yeah, I felt like heaven. Now, my grandfather had a admiral kind of black admiral cap. He goes, he's driving, and Barrett says, I'm in a back seat. I felt like heaven. I had a chauffeur, Chinese driver, and all the girls thought I was rich. But then that's how I found out he actually knew Bing Crosby really well.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And then when I played the Junior World, I was 17 years old. I got off the 18 green, and there's a crowd of people. Oh, my grandfather. What's happening? Look, Bing Crosby and him was talking story. Everybody's taking pictures.
Oh my
so
God.
he did know Bing Crosby. I mean, yeah.
Oh
it was he didn't talk about it, but I found an interesting story. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And before we move on from Grandpa's story, who are some of the, just for fun, who are some of the notable golfers that he taught?
Oh, well, Jimmy Ukolka, he was on the Hall of Fame. He was his caddy. See, most of the times there are caddies, and they teach the caddies how to play.
Really?
Yeah, Jimmy Ukolka.
And Jimmy Ukolka, did he win the Hawaiian Open or?
Well, he always plays high. Ted Makalena won that.
Ted Makalena won that.
And the year Ted Makalena won, I think 1966, my grandfather set the record, the oldest player to qualify, 61 years old.
Oh my gosh.
But Gene, what's his name? Sam Snead broke it at 64, and then just recently this guy, somebody else broke it, was a team tournament, yeah. But he held it for a long time. The longest person to make a PGA cut, the oldest person was 61 years old, my grandfather. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, that is great. Okay, so now that's one generation, right?
Right.
So the next generation, how many children did your grandpa have?
Yeah, three children. My father happened to be the oldest, Danny, and then Wendell was 5 years apart, and then Linda, who also was a golfer, was 5 years apart. My father was actually considered one of the best in high school and college. He played for University of Hawaii, and he was the youngest to make the finals of the Manoa Cup at that time in 1940. He was 18, and that's really young to be in Manoa Cup. So he was 18 years old, 1948. But he went to college, played for University of Hawaii, pretty good. He played with Arnold Palmer in the what would be called the USGA amateur now. But
Really?
It was called the Caddies Tournament. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then he was that. But then after college, he liked fishing a lot. He got married and he went to go fishing. He gave up golf. He said you can't eat golf ball, but he eat fish. So he gave. So my uncle Wendell, 5 years, he took over. He played a lot of golf, and actually in the Hall of Fame as an amateur, he had the most tournament wins before I came on. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. So how many tournament wins did he have?
He must have had like 30 something at that time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was learning to golf. I got into golf late, so I was in high school. But I grew up in Hawaii Kai. And I remember practicing at Hawaii Kai Golf Course, and you know that tiny little putting green up by the clubhouse?
Yes.
I remember every day after work, your uncle would come down. He would take off his aloha shirt or whatever.
Right.
He'd have his t-shirt on, his undershirt or whatever, his t-shirt and his slacks.
Right.
He'd come up there and he would putt and chip for just a quick one.
Yeah.
Then he'd go down to the driving range, small little basket of balls, hit the basketballs, and he's out of there. I swear, he wasn't there for even more than an hour. But I learned a lot from watching him, you know?
Right. Yeah, people who don't know him, but he was small. He was probably 5'5". I mean, lucky 130, 140 pounds. And not a long hitter, but he had a small fade. He was very consistent. He could chip and putt, so he would just out chip and out putt them to death.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay.
So I was fortunate. He was still playing tournaments when I was coming along, so I got to play a couple rounds of tournaments with him.
Oh, awesome.
So it's kind of fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Kind of like the passing of the torch.
Yeah, and he was always nice and trying to help me out when he can like that. So I appreciated it, but it was kind of neat too. Yeah.
That is a privilege that only few will have, right?
Right.
Not many at all.
Yeah.
Handful.
Yeah.
But okay, so now you went to college and you competed in college.
Yes. So I went to. So the thing was, I got scholarship in junior golf. I did pretty well. In fact, 1 year I played like 6 tournaments. I came in the top 5, tournaments. Yeah.
Wow.
So I got scholarships, but at that time, a lot of scholarships for the East Coast, and I want to go to the East Coast. And people were telling me like, "Oh, you cannot go UH. You never can win tournaments. You're not gonna be a good player." So that I'm the type like if somebody told you that, I'm gonna do the opposite. I want to see
the fire.
No, I want to stay at UH. So I went to UH, and it was kind of neat because I won the Western Atlantic Conference. I won 2 tournaments, and I think I'm the only college player that won 2 tournaments so far. Yeah,
okay, just for fun. This is okay. Check this out, just for fun.
Okay.
Those 2 tournaments you won. Name some touring professionals we know that played in those tournaments.
Well, there's like Tommy Armour, the tour played. Kurt Byram, Tom Byram,
yep.
Corey Pavin. Yeah. And I played with Bobby Clampett, who was actually the best at that time. Yeah. But I didn't win that. I came in second to him in the year before.
Got it.
But those are I played Freddie Couples in college. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hit the ball really. Hit it longer in college than in tour. He's swinging all his might.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a foursome back then, and on 3 holes, he outdrove it so far. I had to pace it off. He outdrove 3 of 100 yards, over 100 yards.
Really?
3 holes, yeah, ridiculous, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but Bobby Clampett at that time was the best. He's 5'8", 145 pounds, and he would win most of the long drive contests. He had so much lag. That's amazing. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you're winning these college tournaments, and you're playing with some of the world's best players, right?
Yeah. It was fun. The tournaments I won, it's funny. I would tell I would play real good, or if I wasn't in a tournament, I wouldn't play that good, and that's bad because I guess the mind wasn't. But if I'm in there, my mind would focus more.
Yeah.
So, but the funny story is the Western Atlantic Conference, which is a big tournament. That was a conference championship, but it snowed. The only reason why I won because it snowed. Because that course we played Riverside in Utah, BYU's home course. Usually the winning score is about 14 under par. Yeah. But that year it snowed 2 days, so they had a snow delay. I shot 4 under and won.
Wow.
Because other guys they couldn't play. The story was, a college player from Hawaii wins the snow.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic, right?
Yeah. So that was a kind of funny story. Yeah.
Okay, so after college, you have a great college career. Obviously, you won twice. And then after that, I'm sure there was some thought of playing professionally. Yeah,
it's kind of funny. So I won in my junior year. So I made all WAC team when I was sophomore, all WAC winners in junior. So my senior year, I'm gonna play the most, practice the most, and if I win a couple more tournaments, I'll try to tour, right? So I practiced the most, played the most, and I did the worst. My scoring average was the worst last year.
What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. It's sometimes maybe the person above.
Yeah.
It's like what's meant to be, what's meant to be.
I believe in that.
Yeah. So they were probably telling me maybe something else to do. Yeah. So when I put the clubs away. The last 6 months, 4 months, finish up college, and then I had an opportunity to take over a golfing company, distributorship. My uncle was Kenny Kwok. He was a distributor of Pinseeker, and I met the president. He was going to retire, and they wanted me to take over. So that was a hard decision because I got got accepted to Cal Berkeley as a master's degree on a scholarship.
Oh, wow.
So, but I want to stay in Hawaii.
Academic scholarship?
Yeah, academic
So you weren't just a good golfer, my goodness.
I was lucky. I won senior marketer of the year and junior marketer of the year at the UH. So and those they give you money. So to me, wow! But that money, it helped me a lot.
Wow.
So I was fortunate. I did well in school. I did well in golf. I guess golf and school related. It's how you manage your time and everything. Yeah. So I decided to go on my business, open the business, and that's why. Also, people ask why did you turn professional? And one other reason is if you look it up, 1982. What was the leading money winner? Was Curtis Strange.
Okay.
He made like $350,000. Okay. And then the top 60, I look 120,000. I'm thinking 120,000. I'm gonna follow the tour for 120,000. That don't sound like too much fun.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not knowing, 2 years later, this guy named Greg Norman came, and in 1.7 million, and the money just astronomically grew. Yeah.
Right.
So, but again, that's something's predetermined already. Yeah.
Right.
So that wasn't what pro wasn't probably what for me. I think back then I think I couldn't make it as a journeyman. I'm sure like I could make the top 100 again. I didn't enjoy golf that much. Yeah. You would have to really love it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and you know what? I think you went into your own business, right?
Right.
So and we'll talk about that a little bit, but I can tell you honestly, just from my own perspective, that you have had such a big influence, touched so many lives in the state of Hawaii, mine included, and I think that it was meant to be, because when you're playing golf for a living, you can only reach and touch a few people. Maybe you sign a few autographs and stuff like that, say hi. But to actually get to know people, because you come into the shop, how many years have you been running your business?
Oh, yes, 41 years.
41 years. Okay, so that's about as long as I've been working in golf.
Right.
And I remember when I first started, My first pro shop job was at Turtle Bay.
Right.
You would come to the pro shop, fill us in on gloves and accessories. I went over to Hawaii Prints for a spell at one point in my career. You would come in to fill us in for accessories, and even when we ran out, you would come that very day. And all the way till today, just before we're talking, you're taking inventory in our pro shop. I mean, your service is on another level. You don't get tired. I mean, we've had great reps come and go through the industry, and many of them start off like gangbusters. But to sustain it over the whole over a whole career, I think there's more involved than just your work ethic. I think there's a little bit of love for what you do.
Yeah, I guess so. I love what I do, and I love meeting people and things. But you know, it's kind of funny. People, oh, what do you like about what? When I've been young already, what I liked about the job is not what I sell. It's like I used to go to a pro shop, and Kevin sold out all the shirts about it.
Yeah.
That, it made me feel good. Like, wow, all right. When a shop did go to my merchandise,
You helped us make money.
Yeah, I just felt good. It wasn't like I'm making money. It's like, all right, it's fun to see them doing well with my things. Yeah.
Right.
So I enjoyed that, and people in Hawaii. Maybe because of my grandfather, or my father, or my uncle, but they've always been really nice to me, and I'm fortunate that way. Really fortunate.
I think it maybe it's a little bit of a reaction. I think there's like people have been nice to you for sure, but I think it's a little bit of a reaction too because you're so kind.
No.
You know, so you give goodness, and I think goodness returns.
Thanks. And then and golf. I enjoy golf. I enjoy giving back in golf exercise. So, you know, say pay it back, but. I mean, golf been so good to me, So it's like my turn.
and that's great. And we're gonna go into that real quick here. But first, so you took over the Pin Seeker. I remember when you were selling Pin Seeker, and then you kind of built this Kop Distributors, where you were like kind of like a distributor for a lot of accessories and golf products. But then at some point, you opened up your own company within that for like headwear and apparel, right?
Right. It's a funny story. So the first year, Pin Seeker was doing pretty well in Hawaii because the Koreans in Korea, the president met the president of Korea and they're friends, and he gave him a set of Pin Seeker. So now everybody who wanted to be in had to buy Pin Seeker. So all people, okay. So the Korean shops here would buy 50, 60 sets. Wow. Okay, so when I took over the business, that was wow, that's a lot of sets. When I took it over, the president got ousted.
Oh no!
Korea got ousted. Okay, so now that dried up the Pin Seeker market, right? And then at the same time, there's a big golf place called Bishop Golf. They went bankrupt, and they're a big bar, So I mean, after all that done, then my first year in business, I netted $19,000, and I was happy. Like, everything went wrong, and I mean $19,000. Gosh, that's a lot of money for me. From there, I grew it. Then you understood that you have to grow the business. You couldn't just on golf clubs. So I went to the trade shows, picked up golf bags, accessories, and things, and the business got bigger and bigger. And then from there, you know, I went into shirts and things, and you know, there's golf courses, a lot of golf courses, but that's not the only kind of shops here. I mean, there's like Sears, there were J.C. Penney's, there are a lot of places that were selling golf. And we're buying from the mainland, and I'm not being that educated. I just went to see the buyer, and lo and behold, a lot of them are looking for a local distributor. Some of the reps they didn't like it, but I didn't give them any special price, and there people from Hawaii were buying the product, so it came out being naive actually came out good for me.
Right. Because you're open and honest, right?
Right.
And you know, another thing is, as long as I've known you, you have never sold something you don't believe in, because I know this because you have always used your own product. I always see you wear your product, your apparel. I see you had eyewear before. I see you wear the eyewear, play golf. You use the golf clubs, even when it wasn't like the top of the market.
Right.
The golf balls, whatever you sold at the time, the shoes, you would always use your product. So you always stood behind what you sold. So you always believed in it, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. When I picked up a line, if I didn't believe it, I wouldn't pick up a line. I had to believe it, and I believed in it so much. I would go to a shop and tell them, "Here, put it. If you don't sell it, I'll take it back." Yeah. I think you'll never get stuck, because that's the worst thing. When you go to a shop and you see your things not selling, I would feel bad. I mean, that's how I feel. So I'd take it back and trade it.
You've done that for us.
Yeah. So and that I guess became very successful for me. But I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking like, you know, if it don't sell, that's not good for them. Well, I should, you know, I'll take it back. Yeah.
You know, Todd Murata, my boss. one day we were having a conversation, and he was telling me about, I think he said it was Nordstrom's, but it was one of the big retail stores or department stores in the mainland. And he said their I don't know if you call it their mantra or their practice
Right.
was, if you don't like it, you're not satisfied, they take it back. They don't ask questions.
Right.
And I thought, wow, but don't they get stuck with a lot of merchandise? But apparently not. They sell way more than what they take back.
Yeah, and then the customer trusts you, they'll buy more from you. So it's that you look at the long-term goal, it helps you, but a lot of people are too short-sighted.
Yeah, so you're building a lot of trust,
Right.
establishing a lot of relationship.
Correct.
Okay, so let's fast forward now, and I know you talked about giving back to the game. I know that now you're very involved in helping a lot of up-and-coming golfers. Tell me about that a little bit.
So maybe the last 10, 15 years, I've been so busy in the business and I haven't played that much golf. I didn't have time to help. When people ask me, I like if you ask, I'll give them information and help them out. But last 50 years slowed down a little, so I had a chance to actually help the younger people. So there's people come up and people like John Oda. It's funny, the best players, they come and ask you questions. And it's fun, and I know that's how they come good. So they'd ask me a question, I would give them some advice, and they'd use it. And even like Nick Mason, he's playing too. But after around the mid-pack open, he said, "Brian, you have half an hour. Can you help me with my chipping?" And this guy, he wins all the tournaments, right? So I'm going to chip it, and then he ended up winning the mid-pack open that year. So then the next one is a state amateur. Was 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's dark already. We're chipping on the practice green at Pro Country Club, and John Oda said, "Brandon, I'm not. Can you help me this shot from the rough?" So I helped him out, and he ended up winning the tournament. And this is what I look for, like 4 different players. So the joke was, if you take a lesson from him, you're going to win the tournament. What happened was, we took Matt Maher to play at the Manoa Cup, and he lost in the final or something. They said, you broke the record. You broke the streak. You broke the streak.
He wins a lot of other ones,
Yeah. But it was, I like when they ask, and that means they want to learn more, And I noticed the best players, they're not afraid to ask. Yeah. So funny, went to the guys, but now, it happened that a lot of girl players, and they just got better. When I was playing, there hardly any girls playing, but now they're getting better and better, and that's actually the best sport for them to play to get a scholarship.
Yes.
So now it just happened. I started to meet other girls and we take them golf, and it's kind of funny. I enjoy probably teaching the girls more than the men, because two things, distance-wise, we're similar, right? And then it seemed like they listen more. They I guess, respect the older person more. Whereas a young guy, they hit it so much farther than me. Anything. So why should I listen to this guy? Right?
I think there's something to that, because I've got a girl and I've got a boy, and my daughter would always listen to me when she was young. She'd ask questions, and then she'd listen to what I had to say. My son, in one ear, right out the other one. So I think it has something to do with gender too. You're right.
Yeah. So we play, and I don't. Most of the good players want to play with us. We have a lot of fun, and we don't teach a swing or anything. It's more mental things. And short games, small things to refine, because Casey Nakama is doing such a good job. Most of them are Casey Nakama, and I'm impressed with how they swing the club at the ball. But just small stuff, distance control, chipping and putting, and the mental thing is that's a whole new story we can do on the mental thing. But my opinion, all the best athletes, they have a sixth sense, more sixth sense. They call it the what do they call it, extra. The sports knowledge or anything, but it's all related to the sixth sense.
That's amazing. It's an innate intelligence.
So what the next goal is, and people might laugh, but is training people to bring out that sixth sense.
Nice.
So like Tiger Woods, everybody knows on the 18th hole, he's willing the ball into the hole. He sang so.
It just seemed that way.
He is. That's how strong his mind is. And then a lot of people don't know, but before Tiger Woods turned pro, the mother's from Bangkok, Thailand, sent Tiger to the monastery, train with the monks over a week. He doesn't talk about that, but he went and trained with the monks. So I don't know, what did they teach him? It's all related to Zen and things like that. So that's the next aspect. And some of the girls, they understand, and some of them, it's amazing. They have that. They have the kid.
Good.
We do tricks and show.
Good for them, and good for you that you're helping them to develop that.
So that's the thing. But we have fun with them, and they have fun. So, so now, like I said, after this, 3 girls we're gonna take off and then harass each other and see.
Nice. No, but this is great. Brandon, thanks for coming by, sharing your story. giving back to the game, paying it forward, like they say, right? You have done and continue to do such a fabulous job of promoting golf, working in golf, serving golfers in the state of Hawaii. Thank you so much.
No,
Brandon.
thank you.
Yeah, such a
Appreciate it,
pleasure.
and thank you for doing all you've done for golf too.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And so, folks, hope you enjoyed this story. What a fabulous story. But again, please remember to like and subscribe. Come on over to the Pro Shop to see us. We're gonna go ahead and give you 15% off this week only on some of Brandon's accessories, some of his apparel, okay? But we won't stop there. We're just gonna give you 15% off of all accessories and all apparel. Okay, so come out and see us, and we'll see you at the Clipper.
Thank you.
Aloha.